Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. We are doing our second update on keto and intermittent fasting. Any questions, curiosities about why, how, what our parameters are, and the research we did, make sure you check our first keto video, and I will link that in the description bar. It'll be the first link. But here's our second week check-in. So we've officially done keto for 14 days now. Our goal was 30. We're halfway there.
Second week I started to feel way better. Started to get my energy back towards the end of the second week. I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough energy to be active, go lift, jiu-jitsu.
You haven't done any of those things.
Well, that's just because we've been busy. It's not because I haven't had the energy. Energy's there now, especially as of Thursday of last week. Feeling much better. I'm noticing a lot of just weight that I wasn't even trying to lose, but just weight has come off. So what I was working on in the gym has become more defined.
I felt like the second week was harder for me.
Yeah, you did have a rough time.
Like the first week I was like, whatevs. And you were the one who had a rough time. Second week for me was way rougher. Like I thought about cheating. I would daily think about cheating, and Chris would be like, you can if you want to, like it won't kill you. I had every intention on cheating on Friday. My entire goal that day was to cheat, but there was no ice cream store nearby. It wasn't like I could cheat. I mean, the only cheats weren't like worth it in my mind because I had something very specific if I was gonna cheat, which was a Godiva ice cream cone. I didn't see one, so I wasn't gonna waste my cheat on generic ice cream. I'm just kidding. I wasn't in that position. Like I didn't feel like that. Like I was so specific in what I wanted that I wasn't gonna risk my cheat for not having what I wanted. So in hindsight, I didn't cheat, but I literally thought about cheating not the first few days of the week, but midweek on. All I could think about is what I wanted to cheat with. It sucked. Like it really sucked. I had a really hard time. I was craving chocolate. I was craving ice cream. I was craving soda. I even bought a Coke Zero at the gas station, and I took 2 sips, which technically is keto, not healthy. I don't recommend doing that.
It satisfied a craving. But
no, it didn't. It didn't, because I could taste the aspartame. And then when I looked at the ingredients, I felt sick. And so Chris took more sips than I did actually. I took maybe 3-4 sips, and I'm talking baby sips. And every time I just thought about like dying because of aspartame being in it. If you guys don't know me, I'm kind of a little bit, I like holistic things. I like to be a little more natural whenever possible. So the idea of consuming aspartame just, it wasn't worth it. It didn't taste that good. And so even though I spent like $2 on this Coke Zero, and it was like 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates, I just couldn't do it. Like I took 4 tiny baby sips and I was like, no, not worth it, not gonna do it. Chris was afraid to finish it. Like
I didn't even get close to finishing. I took maybe 5-6 sips.
You were like, I just can't either. You were scared of it. I think because I was so scared, he was scared. I did that, and then I thought about cheating with ice cream all day on Friday, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought about yesterday too, but I was busy working. I think my biggest thing is I get, at around like 8 p.m., I get really tired and I just pass out.
I think that'll pass, because it did for me around Thursday of last week, and I started to feel really energetic. Good, like waking up felt really good in the morning. So the second week, I started to fall into a better groove of food, like understanding what I could eat more of, what I could make more of, what I could order, how to put things together, and more importantly, knowing how to find things that satisfied cravings that I had.
I also ate more calories.
And I ate more calories.
I was way under calories last week.
Yeah, I was insanely under calories for the first part of the week, by 1,000 every day, without knowing the food I should be eating and how to put it together. It was just really hard to get those calories in, believe it or not. That was a big turning point for me, was learning how to eat in the best way. Because there's a lot of misinformation out there as far as like what you can eat, what you can't eat. I
think a lot of, because people sent me messages like suggestions and things to eat healthier, and I can't eat half of
Yeah, super sweet to suggest that stuff, but God bless you. Super sweet to suggest that stuff. A lot of it was wrong. We don't eat egg whites, we eat eggs. We eat the entire egg because we need the fat, we need the protein, we need the nutrients of the entire egg. Yes, we're counting calories, but not really. We're counting calories to make sure we're eating enough,
You can go over what our recommended calorie base is because we're eating a high fat diet. We'll still lose weight if we go over on calories. I went over on calories 2 days this week by 1,000 calories and I still lost weight. The reason we're counting calories is because we have to at least hit that amount. Otherwise, we're not getting enough food.
We also have to have an anchor point for our macros. So if I'm eating more protein on my keto diet because I want to maintain, you know, muscle mass, I have to base that on a calorie count for the day. Because
I'm eating more fat doesn't mean I'm hitting my target calories. In fact, I have to eat more because we're eating a high fat diet, but it's a healthy high fat diet. You might think it's disgusting that I'm literally eating butter in my coffee. That's not a lot of calories because along with keto and intermittent fasting, it's really hard for us to reach our minimum calorie level. For me, I've been under calories more days than I've hit or gone over. Only 2 days I gone over on calories is when we had Wingstop.
Oh, that was the other part. We discovered Wingstop.
First of all, no, this is not a healthy diet, but when you're on the road, we were on the road for 3 hours, and you're hungry late at night, or you're just having a really bad day and you just like want ice cream, and so you need something that's like really satisfying that's bad for you. Wingstop, except for their barbecue, and I'm not sure about their classic.
Classic hot, I looked up and it was okay. But you have to have the bone in. You can't do the boneless because they bred them. So you have to do the bone in, which is just, it's flavored in its own skin.
And I do garlic parmesan.
And I do lemon pepper.
I do dip it in ranch, so there are carbs in that.
Minor.
Yeah. Those days, because just 5 wings put me like, it was like 1,000 calories for 5 wings. So that put me over on my calorie day. Fine, I still lost, I think I lost a whole pound or 1.5 pounds. I'm now at 140. Starting before keto and intermittent fasting, I was bordering on 150. We did travel and without trying to, like based on last week's video, I started to just get in a healthier groove, and I did drop down to 145, and then we officially started keto. It's been 2 weeks, I'm 140 now. Yes.
Boom!
Goal weight, I'll be happy at 130, but I really should be at 120, 125. We did workout, we did boxing.
Yeah, we did a boxing class earlier in the week. That was a little tough for me just because I hadn't hit that stride yet of energy. That didn't happen until about Wednesday.
You were still under calories.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I was.
When you feel tired, I've noticed when you feel tired or you feel like you are foggy, it's because you're not eating enough. So those are times when I would really like consider, like, look at your calories. How much have you ate? Do you need to eat something real quick? I think people get paleo and keto confused. A lot of people are doing paleo, and that's great if that works for you, but paleo still allows carbs. And when I'm talking carbs, I'm talking vegetables have carbs, fruits have carbs, and I'm not
everything.
Yeah, I'm not eating vegetables. I just have to balance out my vegetables. Like yesterday, I was over a little bit on carbs by 4 grams because I had a huge amount of kale for dinner. And the reason I had a huge amount of kale for dinner is because I felt like I wasn't eating enough vegetables. I had more than normal, my portion size for vegetables. If you are allergic or sensitive to broccoli, that's a great alternative because broccoli has lots of fiber and you're gonna get your veggies. I can't really eat a lot of broccoli, so unfortunately, spinach, kale, green beans, asparagus, those are kind of the things I eat. I'm sensitive to asparagus too. Lots of lettuce and lots of salads, cucumbers. I eat a ton of that stuff. We were better this week about our vegetable intake. I think we can still be better.
Yeah, of course. All about learning how best to operate while on this diet, can and can't consume, how to pair those things. So the more and more recipes I look up online and research, I guess I just become a better cook too, because I learn a little bit more about, you know, what goes best with, you know, each type of a food.
The hardest thing has been giving up my vanilla lattes mid-afternoon. No, I can't replace it with almond milk or soy milk. Soy is an absolute no-no on keto. Almond milk has too many carbs. Whole milk, too many carbs. A half and half still has carbs. I think the best thing I could do is ask for half whipping cream and half water, but like my stomach doesn't like milk. Honestly, I kind of have to just go without, so I've switched to an iced tea mid-afternoon. That's something I really do miss. The sugar-free vanilla at Starbucks, like if you're really desperate, it's pretty good. My mouth, it's not just my breath. Dolly, what are you doing? It's not just that it smells, it's the dryness. Like my mouth is so uncomfortably dry, and the beginning and midweek it got so bad that I was just miserable. I drink a ton of water.
Because a couple of people have said, oh, try tongue scraping. Look, it's not coming from the tongue or the teeth.
It's coming from my inside.
Yeah, it's coming from like your stomach that's processing, you know, new enzymes, and there's just a turnover. And it's coming up. Does anybody remember that breath assure? Do you remember breath assure? So that's what I think of when I think of this. It's not coming from here, it's coming from down here. That's what's causing the dry mouth and the bad breath and everything. Mine has gone away a little bit. I don't notice it as much.
Mine went away today.
So.
Not all of it, but I did notice yesterday and today was a lot more manageable. I feel like it got worse before it got better.
It's not gonna be that way forever. The other thing too is a lot of people wrote in about, you know, how do you do this with a family? It's actually really, I think it would be really easy to do it with on a large scale.
Which is why we're doing what we eat in a week starting Monday. We'll be filming that and I'll edit it together. Could be more expensive for a family though, because you're buying more expensive groceries, carbs are cheap. Carbs are so cheap. A lot more meat or fish. You're buying a lot more butter and cheeses and creams. Coconut oils or avocado oil, which is all expensive. You're buying organic groceries, hopefully. That's what we're doing. I only eat fish and meat that's not full of antibiotics and stuff, so that's expensive too. So depending how you do it, it can be more expensive. If you have a Costco card and you have a family, like go buy your meat in bulk. Divide it up, put it in the freezer. Olive oil, avocado oil, buy it in glass, but you can buy it in bulk. So you spend more out front, but it's gonna last you longer. We haven't done that because we're not efficient shoppers. We're notoriously horrible grocery shoppers. It's kombucha.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm trying to think of what else I missed. There's not really a whole lot that I missed.
You know what does suck? When I go to events and they have like beautiful crudité plates or beautiful dessert plates. Or even I went to a vegan skincare event and they had vegan sushi. I would have loved to try the vegan sushi because I've never had vegan sushi, but it was all rice, or it was all rice and something that was also carbs, and I just couldn't calculate it enough to know that I could eat that.
The thing I really miss is cake and cookies. that's pretty much it.
Ice cream. I know there's keto ice cream.
Yeah, we just have to find it. But honestly, that chocolate bar you got at Whole Foods was pretty good too. And the bulletproof bars I got were good.
We don't eat these, by the way, like whole. So we got bulletproof bars, which are the lowest in terms of carbohydrates that we were able to find, and did not have any added cane sugar or anything like that. I think it does have maple syrup, but it's a very small amount. We do not eat the whole bar at once. Like we will both take a bite of it and put it away.
And it's funny how when you subtract that particular taste out of your diet for the most part, how just a little bit is enough. Like you don't feel the need to like consume that whole portion.
Because you used to eat like an entire bar.
It was more of just like my brain tricking itself, going, oh, this is delicious, blah, eat more. Now you get that craving satisfied, you know, fairly easily.
I don't feel like I've had as many mood swings, headaches, or just nausea like I normally do. I feel like my skin's dry today though. Our skin got really good and then I feel like it stopped being good.
Who are you talking to? I don't know. I feel like it looks good.
It's not as oily as I want it to be today.
Well, you do have a lot of makeup on.
Oh, it could be the makeup. Fasting's like second nature to me now.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect me at this point. Partially because we've been doing it. I want to continue to do it for the 30 days and then I'll reassess. I don't really find it hard. I find it harder at night to fast than I do when I get up. Like, I don't have an issue a lot of times eating until, you know, 12, 1, whatever in the afternoon. For whatever reason, I still sometimes feel an urge to grab a snack, you know.
That's when I want ice cream.
At 10. I'm not hungry, just eating, you know, because I'm bored.
I feel like definitely the intermittent fasting has helped with bloating for me. Like, I don't have that bloat anymore. I also just feel like my skin's not as inflamed.
I can feel it in my body, not being inflamed, my knee, my back.
Well, we did do cryotherapy too. He did full body, I did a facial, and that's over on my main beauty channel. So if you guys want to see that, you can see it. I think eating out has been really expensive because our schedule is crazy. So last week we were out, we ate pretty much out all week.
All week, yeah.
And it gets really expensive because you're ordering, like, he had to order like 3 to 4 eggs, bacon, and then it comes with the side of fruit. I'm like, can I just have berries? and I would only allow myself to eat half of it. Get burgers.
Get burgers, it just has to be like, I'll eat double the amount of burger because I'm not having bread or fries to go with it. To get the, you know, calories that I need in for my day, I just have to consume more.
Yeah, because I'll get a double patty.
Yeah.
And he'll get a double patty plus a regular patty. It's really expensive if you have to eat out all the time.
Let's say you spend more now on eating clean, eating good, and making sure your body's a little more well, you know, taken care of. Or do you spend more, you know, 10 years from now when you've got diabetes and all these other things that you have to now? At some point, you know, health is going to become the main focus of your life. Whether that's now when you have a chance to correct any, you know, wrongdoings you've done to it, and be healthier and live better, or when you're older and, you know, you can't do a whole lot to make yourself feel better. You know, you maybe have a sickness or a disease that has developed. I would rather that time be now.
One of our waitresses was diabetic.
Let me back that up. Serein really scared the poor guy that ran the food out to us.
So we ordered our food. I told the waitress, like, we can't have any carbs. And she was like, okay, no worries. Well, we ordered a charcuterie, a cheese board. It came with bread, and I was really hungry. And he first of all, he looks like Chris Hemsworth. And I was kind of like distracted by his gorgeousness. He puts down the plate, and I was like, is that bread? Yes. And I was like, can you please take it with you?
Oh, no, no, no.
I said, take it with you. Take it.
Yes, but you didn't say, can you please take that with you?
I wasn't yelling or
You said, take that away.
Okay, because I was literally going to freaking eat this thing. Like, it was like, if you don't take this away, beautiful man, I am going to devour the bread, and this is going to be an ugly sight. He was like, oh my God, are you
allergic to gluten?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, sure. Because it's easier for me to say that than like explain, no, I'm not doing carb, blah, 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 blah. Whatever is gonna get that bread out of my sight. The way he apologized profusely. I was like, it's not that big of a deal, just take it. And he kept apologizing. I'm like, no, it's okay, great. It's not like, I'm not upset. I just need you to take the bread out of my sight. He left, and then I guess he freaked out and told the kitchen that I was gonna die if I had gluten. And then our waitress was like, hey, so there is a little bit of gluten in the sauce of something that we ordered. And I was like, no, it's okay. I just can't, I'm doing keto, okay? And she's like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm pre-diabetic, I'm on keto. Yeah, and he just said that, and I just thought it was easier to just say, yeah, just take the bread, you know? And she's like, oh, okay, well, because if you're allergic, like, we can't do this. And I was like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. And I appreciate that they are that on top of it in terms of like letting the kitchen know and all that, because some people are highly allergic. If you do have some sort of food allergy, go eat at Manhattan Post, or is it MB Post? Manhattan Beach Post. Superbly on top of it. They like freaked out and like were really like scared, and I was like, no, I'm fine. Our waitress is pre-diabetic. She's super young looking, so she's probably in her like what, 20s, early 20s, mid 20s at most. And she was saying that diabetes runs in her family. She was pre-diabetic. She went on keto, and it's completely changed her life. She's completely normal. She can eat what she wants, for the most part, avoiding carbohydrates. And she doesn't have to be on any medication or anything like that. So it was really kind of cool that she was on it, and she's like, it's actually perfect that I'm your waitress because I know what you're doing.
She understood.
Yeah. Anyways, I miss fruit. Don't get me wrong, I had blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries.
Yeah, just in moderation. Do you feel like you look the second week?
I feel like in my mind, I feel like I have lost all this weight. On the scale, I feel like I've lost all this weight. But then like when I see my photos, because Chris takes all my photos for Instagram, like certain angles, like he'll flip through. He doesn't normally let me see the photos because there's some just test angles, like where you're just testing the shot for light. I'm like, wow, I'm like short and wide. But I think it's partly angles, and the other part is I think I didn't realize how big I had gotten.
I guess the interesting thing too is, now that I'm thinking about it, when you were on BBG and really doing a lot of working out, you didn't lose any weight.
I didn't lose like 1 or 2 pounds, but I looked...
But here's the thing. You have worked out once in the past,
twice.
What?
I worked out once a week.
Okay, so twice in the past 14 days for 45 minutes and lost 5 pounds.
Well, it goes to show that I did do the work, workout-wise. But by the way, the only reason I haven't worked out is because our schedule's been insane.
Yeah. But it's a good testament to how effective this diet is to helping you drop some pounds, which I believe is a whole lot of water weight that your muscles are holding on to.
By the way, I worked out for 45 minutes, but it was probably one of the most intense workouts someone can do. It's boxing. You burn 800 calories doing this.
Yeah.
While I only worked out once a week.
I think it was a hard workout.
It's probably more workout than people do all week. Ideally, I would like to work out 3 to 5 days a week. My schedule's just been insane. I'll be lucky if I get 2 to 3.
It's like a salmon thon.
Okay, so we're gonna go eat some salmon. Our thumbnail is our what we currently look like. Stay tuned for our what we eat in a week video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn that post notification on. Give this video a thumbs up. I feel like my arms look thinner on camera.
It's a dramatic difference, I'm telling you.